Okay, well, Armando B. Fontoura, F as in friendly, Ontoura. I am the Sheriff of Essex County, New Jersey. Have been for not long enough, actually, about 29 years. And prior to that, I was in the Newark, New Jersey Police Department, where I joined in 1967, just before the civil disorders. We used to interact with our old jail on Newark Street on a regular basis. When we arrest someone, after we process them from the precinct lockup, we would transport them to Essex County Jail, on Newark Street. And the building was kind of very nice, it looked wonderful. It was a very nice facade. It had a nice, almost had a welcoming, if I can be facetious. But the building itself was very nice until you stepped inside. Then you knew exactly that it wasn't a mansion. You weren't there to have dinner. But the place itself was functional. Extremely overcrowded. I know that when it closed in 1970, the end of 1970, I think it was, there were like at least over 500 people in there, maybe close to 6 or 7 at times, which means you had to double up in the cells, 2 or 3 for a cell. It was only designed to hold slightly over 300, I think it was. So it was always double the capacity. So you always had a roommate, when most of the time when you were in there. And it was for short term, before trial or until trial, or you couldn't make bail. And although there were some folks who would be sentenced there for short terms for local charges, for up to a year, between there and the old jail annex up in West Caldwell. And the old warden house, we turned that into a home for our Bureau of Narcotics, the Essex County Sheriff's Bureau of Narcotics, which is the oldest narcotics squad in the state of New Jersey. And they functioned out of there after the jail actually closed. So we maintained a presence there. But by then the building was kind of dilapidated, and it was, losing. Nobody was caring for it. So it just became, where the cells were, it became more and more rotten. And, outside of an occasional filmmaker, I think Spike Lee came in there and did, I remember him working in there with some of our officers work part-time security. There were other people that came in and took some shots for filming. But other than that, after 1970, it really had no function other than the old warden's house, which we had our narcotics bureau. I'd go there occasionally when it was my turn to deliver. We deliver prisoners. It was very efficient. You came in, you dropped them off, and you left. The female was across the street, but there were tunnels that would connect underneath. There was it was at one time was a state-of-the-art facility. It was just by the time that I came on, it was starting to deteriorate. It was starting to lose its effectiveness, clearly.